got Jim right here. Finna break down how to remove this bolt out of this 350 Chev. What we got smoking?
Jim, get the C4. Okay. There's a few ways you can approach a busted bolt. Now, first rule of thumb, something that's easier, you can take two nuts, lock them together, use one as the jam lock.
Two nuts.
But you see here, the threads are already stripped.
Okay.
Or what you want to do, you want to grind away the coating, and you can weld that. Just make sure you turn up the heat and get the penetration. You can do it that way. That's one avenue. Okay. Now our welder is on the other side of town at the shop, so we're not going to do that. Then we have what's known as an extractor. Now we attempted the extractor with this, but that's soft metal. That's not necessarily hardened, and this didn't grip as well. So we're going to try the trusty Snap-on.
Okay.
Okay, these are the installers, and these here are the extractors. Now there's another way where you cut this off flush. You got to center punch and make sure you get as center as possible, and you start drilling and stepping up bit by bit until you get to the inside of the threads, and then you hammer in an extractor, and then you'll just get your wrench, it's usually a 1/4 inch, and remove it that way. Now, as a first rule of thumb, you want to go ahead and get your penetrating lube. Keep it handy, and make sure you allow that some time to get in there and do its job. Then you're going to want to take your hammer and beat the shit out of it. Now, you're going to basically tap on that, and what you're doing is you are shocking the bolt and helping to relieve the thread from within the head. So here's our 3/8. There she is. Now this is threaded too, but it compresses. So you're going to screw that on. Well, basically it just slides on. Okay.
How much are these?
This kit, I don't know, but everything from the tool trucks has its price.
Okay.
I would venture to say it probably spent over $100 for that kit. That's hardened steel, works great. Okay, there we go. Now we got to get this on here as tight as possible. And don't overdo it on your tools because you don't want to break them. I mean, yes, this is hardened steel, but don't hammer on them. Okay, let's try that. Okay, yep. Those threads are so far gone. I have a feeling. See that? That's it. That's all the way in. So I have a feeling we're going to have to break out Mr. Welder. Damn. Yeah, she's not gripping. See that? Oh yeah, she's that far gone. Well, that was... You could try a vice grip, but I doubt it at this rate.
Yeah.
But then you're going to want to take your MAP gas and heat up this area here. You could take a torch or acetylene, but you don't want to overheat it and overdo it. But you need to basically heat up around the thread to expand the metal. Heat expands. You don't want to really address it to the stud. The stud is what you want to keep intact. Heat around the circumference, so as that opens up, it basically unclamps the lodged in stud, and you can remove that. So we're going to try a clamp. We'll see if we get lucky with a clamp, and if not, we're going to grind down one of those nuts, and we're going to break out Mr. Welder. I'll be right back. So we're going to try our vice grip. We've already made our adjustment first. Give it another shot. Okay. Try tapping it. Don't hammer the crap out of it. Just enough to shock it. Use a steel hammer. Now, let's... Shit, did you remove the fuel line? Boom! No, Jim, I forgot. Burn off any unused fuel. Get the marshmallows. All right, let's see what we got here. Now, tap it again. Just keep in mind, if all your efforts do not pay off and you end up having to cut it and drill it out, so be it. But it's nice to see if you can get it out easier. Approach. There she comes.
Nice.
She's turning. So that's simple.
Nice.
Get more of that in there because that's your friend. Watch yourself, don't burn yourself. And just be patient. She's coming out. She's coming out slowly. Now, if this is done, something like this, you want to go through, check your valves, put in new, check your spring tension. You want to put in new valve seats, and then you want to chase all the threads. And if you look closely, that's some material, but these things have been around, and it looks like the surface is not so true. So headers are a little different than stock exhaust. And most people will probably go with the stock exhaust manifolds because of an application like this or a car. We have block hugger headers, so we're not going to have that problem. But your exhaust manifolds, they do require a nice plain surface. And again, you're also going to go ahead and have the heads cut and cleaned up. Might as well go ahead and fly cut the side. Now she's coming.
Nice. So the recipe, y'all, was a little MAP gas,
penetrating lube, a hammer,
hammer.
basically shock the thread, the bolt, and then a vice grip, and there she is.
Look at that.
And this is a prime example to use anti-seize. You can use the copper because this is a high heat source. Use copper anti-seize, put just a little dab on the threads, work that in, and that way you'll never have to fight your bolts. And especially when you're using stainless and around aluminum, you always want to use lube like ARP Lube or any of the top manufacturers out there. There's a list of manufacturers, but on the threads, anti-seize. And respect to the intake manifolds and even the heads, like these bolts down here, they actually go into the water jacket. You want to use a white nylon. That's typically by Permatex. And if you don't, you're going to have sealing issues. Well, there you have it. So that busted bolt is now removed out of the head. So anybody wanting to move forward and continue to reuse these or in their rebuild, that's fine. You can do so now. We're going to replace them with something much nicer. So just to recap, these are some of the items that we utilize to successfully dislodge that rusted bolt out of that head. Started with penetrating oil, and we used our old trusty dusty mechanics hammer, MAP gas, or you can use a torch, followed by a nice set of channel locks. Okay, and you want to make sure you got some teeth for grip. Go ahead before you heat it up again and make sure that you get a comfortable position and it's Loctite enough. And that way it's all preset and ready to go. So first hit the penetrating oil, tap the head of the bolt, MAP gas or acetylene, followed by the channel locks, and hope and pray it comes out just as easy as it did for us. Anyways, again, I'm Jim, and this is my associate, Jim number 2. Thanks again for tuning in to American Garage TV. We're here at the home of Jim's Speed Shop. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Until then, thanks for tuning in. We will catch you next time.